You questioning my character?
I'm not questioning your character. I'm talking about you're questioning my father's character.
I'm sorry. I didn't question anybody.
That's Donald Trump Jr. fact-checking the women on The View, and things get extremely heated as he calls them out for being the hypocrites that they are.
You've worn blackface. Whoopi,
No,
you said that Roman Polanski...
I'm sorry, and don't...
You said that Roman Polanski, it wasn't rape when he raped a child. So let's talk about
let's talk about this. So you want to bring this up? The question came up.
I did not go in blackface, please.
No, she was not in blackface.
Thank you.
Sorry. Listen, being black, I recognize blackface. This I can say. Okay? I know it when I see it.
Back me up on that.
So now that you've broken this piece of ice, because I guess this is the fight you wanted.
It's not the fight I want.
Yeah, it is.
But if we're talking about character, if we're talking about these things...
Are you questioning my character?
I'm not questioning your character. I'm talking about you're questioning my father's character.
I'm sorry. I didn't question anybody.
He was clearly prepared for the onslaught when he entered the lion's den known as The View. He was already anticipating the barrage of questions that would veer off topic from his book.
Recently, you've been very outspoken about how Hunter Biden has benefited from nepotism.
Yes.
And you say, I wish my name was Hunter Biden. I could make millions off of my father's presidency. Yeah. And your father tweeted this. He said, your father encourages people to buy your book. I think that's benefiting from your dad's presidency, but not that my opinion matters. But let's talk about 2020, because you do talk about 2020 in your book.
The show?
No, 2020. He talks about 2020.
Can I address Hunter Biden first?
ABC plug.
Listen, I get that I'm the son of a rich guy from New York. I understand that. My father has done a lot. You know, I've benefited from that as Hunter Biden has. The difference is we did that as a private company. When we got into international politics, the second my father won the presidency, he said, we will not do new foreign deals going forward. Hunter Biden utilized his father's vice presidency to magically end up on a board in Ukraine with a language he doesn't speak, on a business he knows nothing about, for $83,000 a month. If I did that, you guys would lose your minds. Understandably, and you'd be right.
Can I push back on that a little bit?
So we stopped.
Can I push back a little bit? Because the D.C. hotel, your father's D.C. hotel, opened up just a couple of weeks after his election.
I'm glad you asked.
And you've actually made, I think, according to your father's financial report, he earned about $40.8 million. Just a minute, from his D.C. hotel in 2018. The Attorney General is going to hold a $30,000 holiday party at the D.C. hotel. A lobbying firm with ties to the Saudi government paid $270,000 to the hotel between October 2016 and March 2017.
Well, listen,
thank God he's president. He knows how to make a buck.
These are the details.
The bottom line is you have made money.
But let me finish. These are the details that the media always neglects. Yes, we're in the hotel business. We have been for decades. That's not a secret. When we take money from a foreign entity, in D.C., most of it's foreign entities, right? The government-related foreign entities, when they come, we literally stroke a check back to the U.S. Treasury. We spend more money on accountants than we can make from this to make sure we're doing that right, because we can't do that. My father gives back his entire salary to the U.S. Treasury to be put towards causes, whether it was alcoholism, whether it was the Department of Interior. So we're literally not making money from any of those foreign governments. We're giving it back to the Treasury. And by the way, there's an opportunity.
But you are making money from the hotel based on the presidency.
We're in the hotel business. We're giving back.
That's not a crime. They have a duty and obligation to honor their business
unlike Hunter
contracts.
Biden, we didn't become international businessmen magically when we got in office.
Listen,
and that's something that no one talks about.
Don't do that.
We stopped.
Excuse me.
Did you notice how Trump Jr. strategically brought up Joy Behar's past controversial actions, such as dressing up as a black woman, a move that many would find offensive? While this tactic may seem divisive, it ultimately showcased Trump Jr.'s ability to navigate contentious topics and steer the conversation in his favor. By highlighting instances of hypocrisy and double standards, he effectively demonstrated his mastery of political maneuvering. He found himself in a position where he had to constantly defend himself and deflect certain accusations. The women on the panel continuously interrupted him, making it difficult for any semblance of civil discourse. It's clear to me that the interview lacked courtesy and focus. They didn't even ask him about his book, which should have been the primary topic of discussion. It's basic courtesy to address why someone is appearing on the show and then proceed accordingly. Disregarding this not only shows a lack of respect, but also undermines the purpose of the interview. And it's just another example of how wicked these women are.